ಭೂಮಿಯಿಂದ ಬಾಹ್ಯಾಕಾಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಯಾಟಲೈಟ್ ನಿಯಂತ್ರಣ ಹೇಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯವಾಗುತ್ತದೆಯೋ ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಕಾರವಾಗಿ ರೋಬೋಟಿಕ್ ಸರ್ಜರಿ ಆವಿಷ್ಕಾರ ಹಾಗೂ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಗೆ ಪೂರಕವಾಯಿತು ಎಂದು ಕೊಯಮತ್ತೂರಿನ ಎಂಜಿಆರ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಯ ಖ್ಯಾತ ರೋಬೋಟಿಕ್ ಸರ್ಜನ್ ಕೆಎಸ್ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಮೊದಲ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹರೀಶ್ ಬಿ ಕಕ್ಕಿಲಾಯ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ನಿಟ್ಟೆವಿವಿಯ ಎಬಿ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಸ್ಮಾರಕ ದಂತವಿಜ್ಞಾನ ಮಹಾವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಆವಿಷ್ಕಾರ ಸಭಾಂಗಣದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೋಮವಾರ ನಡೆದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಮರನಾಥ ಹೆಗ್ಡೆ ಸ್ಮರಣಾರ್ಥ ದತ್ತಿ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರು ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸವನ್ನ ನೀಡಿದರು.
For the essence of robotic surgery, there are three important pillars will be there. One is a telepresence. That is, you need to be at the patient even without being close to the patient. That is one, telepresence. Second is telemanipulation, where you need to do the surgery not necessarily by touching the patient but being far away from the patient. Then we have minimally invasiveness. There is no point in having a robot and opening the abdomen from top to top. It has to be minimally invasive. So all these three constituents put together, they form essence of robotic surgery. Telemanipulation, telepresence and minimally invasiveness. Remember this because it's going to help you next. See how it started. See, at some point they thought robotic tools. See, all this started robotic was not with the background think of let's do it in the medical field, but it was more of intention from a different field, that is military and space race. See, back then what people thought, when the soldier is injured, he has to be taken to a local, the nearest hospital, that is a field hospital. From there, a definitive surgery has to be done at a different place. So they thought that is a golden hour. Within 1 hour, we have to give for a trauma patient the best care possible. That gives the best outcome for the patient. So they thought, what if we take the hospital to the patient? That was one of the thought process which started in the thinking of telemanipulation. At the same time, in the 50s, there was a space race. In the Cold War, there was a space race going on between United States and USSR. And Russia put a 1957 first satellite Sputnik in the space. And 1 year later, United States put the satellite. All these guys started thinking that we need something to operate here, to control here, so that the mechanism gets operated in the space. Again, the concept of telemanipulation had started. This is how the thinking started towards the robotic surgery. Now it is 2025. 1957 was the thought which started for robotic surgery. Today we are enjoying the thought process of that. So with this, what happened in 1985? There is a machine that is a Puma 200, and this is actually industrial machine, a very stable machine. So that machine was used to take a biopsy from the brain. You know, when brain is represented in your sulci and gyri, and you have a lot of representation of human movements cramped into very tiny space. So even few millimeter alterations can cause significant damage to the patient. So the machine was used for a biopsy from the brain. So that was the first time they started with the robotic. Then what happened? I told you, we require telemanipulation and telepresence. You need to be there for operating. So in 1989, what happened? A person called Scott Fisher, he was funded by NASA to design a television which can be taken very close to the patient, or remotely it can be controlled. So he designed this. You see iPad Pro today, iPad Vision Pro. And you see where it started, 1989. So the concept of this presence started back in 1989. So he designed an HMD, head-mounted device. At the same time, and then was this plastic surgeon, Joseph Rosen. What he did, his friend, engineer Rosen. So he keyed him, start something on robotic surgery. We need something for telemanipulation. So what he did, he created a machine with multiple removable instruments, and then they could do microsurgery, and the entire thing was seen on a screen, with a big screen, high definition, not high definition screen it was seen. So this first telemanipulation started. So now we have a telepresence device started, and we have a telemanipulation device has been started. So all these ideas were keenly watched by NASA. And what they did, one of their agencies, DARPA, that is the Defense, this for Advanced Research Projects, they funded one person to start a company called Computer Motion. This Computer Motion, first in 1994, they finally designed a machine that called ASO 1000. Now, why was this designed? What was the intention of design? If you guys have assisted in laparoscopy, you will know, as an assisting person holding the camera, the surgeon more or less get irritated. He will keep telling you, go close by, come back, turn the cable to the left, turn to the cable, show from that side, show from this. Happens when you are assisting, you will understand. So they wanted a stable camera system. So this was the first robot design with the mind only as a camera system. For instead of someone holding the camera, the computer did the work of holding the camera. So the entire control was done by the foot, and the endoscope was stabilized. There is no more tremors. The first time the tremors were eliminated from the assisting surgeon. So as time passed by, another 2 years time, they came with SO 2000. This is an advanced version of the previous one. Here, instead of being controlled by the foot, they added voice command to this. So you could just tell him to move up, move down, and it would get controlled.
ಸಹ ಕುಲಾಧಿಪತಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಂ ಶಾಂತಾರಾಮ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಿ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಮರನಾಥ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ ಹಾಗೂ ತಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜು ದಿನ ವೃತ್ತಿಪರ ದಿನಗಳ ಬಾಂಧವ್ಯ ಸ್ಮರಿಸಿ ಹೆಗ್ಡೆಯವರು ಯುನೈಟೆಡ್ ಕಿಂಗ್ಡಮ್ನಲ್ಲಿ ಉನ್ನತ ವ್ಯಾಸಂಗ ಪಡೆದು ಬಂದರೂ ತಾಯ್ನಾಡಿನ ಮೇಲಿನ ಅತೀವ ಬಂಧ ಮತ್ತೆ ವಿದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗದಂತೆ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು, ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಸೇವೆ ಮಾಡುವ ಮೂಲಕ ಅವರು ವೈದ್ಯಕೀಯ ರಂಗದ ಅವಿಸ್ಮರಣೀಯ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿತ್ವವಾಗಿ ಕಾಣ್ತಾರೆ ಎಂದರು.
Joined the medical school. He was 1 year senior to me. We were staying in the same hostel. Many of you here belong to Mysore Medical College. I see the galaxy of people here. And we were in the 6th floor. Amarnath Hegde was in room number 3 and I was in room number 7. And whatever we are today, or we were today, more than the medical college, it was the hostel life which molded us to be what we are. Amarnath was, as was his CV read, was our cricket captain, and it was very difficult to get into a cricket team those days because our opposite team in the engineering college was headed by president of the famous world off spinner. We met the engineering college in the finals, and that was the greatest moment of our life. Amarnath, after going to UK, passed his membership from the Royal College of Physicians. He came back home, and the greatest attribute which he was so much attached to his hometown. I have never seen all of us try to go abroad at least once a year. But after he came back, he never went back to England or any other. He stuck on to his profession. And he was one of the teachers who were loved both in Kasipur Medical College and here. He was the professor head of the Department of Medicine. And Sudhindra is our head of the department, you will remember. If at all, our medicine department is one of the pioneer departments which has 16 postgraduates being trained every year. It was because of Dr. Amarnath. He used to always advise his students be a part of it, his colleagues. And the most important factor which he mentioned every time was number 1, be after knowledge. Every day knowledge changes, and if you want to be a good physician and surgeon, whatever is happening, as Dr. Harish rightly showed, how robotic surgery evolved from 1991 to 2025. And what will happen with AI, we do not know. And this vision Amarnath had way back in 1997.
ನಿಟ್ಟೆ ಪರಿಗಣಿತ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದ ಕುಲಾಧಿಪತಿ ಎನ್ ವಿನಯ್ ಹೆಗ್ಡೆ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆಯನ್ನ ವಹಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಕುಲಪತಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಎಂಎಸ್ ಮೂಡಿತಾಯ, ಕುಲಸಚಿವ ಹರ್ಷ ಹಾಲಹಳ್ಳಿ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸತೀಶ್ ಕುಮಾರ್ ಭಂಡಾರಿ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಜಯಪ್ರಕಾಶ್ ಶೆಟ್ಟಿ, ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸುಧೀಂದ್ರ ಹಾಗೂ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾ ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರಿದ್ದರು. ಕ್ಷೇಮ ಡೀನ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸಂದೀಪ್ ರೈ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಸಹ ಕುಲಸಚಿವ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಸುಮಾ ಬಲ್ಲಾಲ ವಂದಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಗ್ರೀಷ್ಮಾ ರೈ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನ ನಿರೂಪಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಇನ್ನು ಕ್ಷೇಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೋಮವಾರ ನಡೆದ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಮರನಾಥ ಹೆಗ್ಡೆ ಸ್ಮರಣಾರ್ಥ ದತ್ತಿ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೊಯಮತ್ತೂರಿನ ಎಂಜಿಆರ್ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಯ ಖ್ಯಾತ ರೋಬೋಟಿಕ್ ಸರ್ಜನ್ ಕೆಎಸ್ ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್ ಕಾಲೇಜಿನ ಮೊದಲ ಬ್ಯಾಚ್ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹರೀಶ್ ಬಿ ಕಕಿಲಾಯ ಅವರನ್ನು ಸನ್ಮಾನಿಸಲಾಯಿತು.
ಜನರ ಧ್ವನಿ, ಜಾಗೃತಿಯ ಬೆಳಕು. ಉಳ್ಳಾಲವಾನಿ.